G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Saturday. Embrace learning. Yeah, 3 levels of learning, as there always is. Learn, practice, and the one people really need to focus on is share. So tomorrow is share freely, but today we start learning and practicing, and then we share freely. What are we going to share today? Because I've been learning and practicing for, I want to say 6 hours. It's 9:10. I think I got up around 3 o'clock this morning. Wrote a business plan, wrote a book, met up with some mates, some homeless guys, showed them some videos that we did over the last couple of days because they don't have access to the internet. Interesting story there. I might share that one. There's so many stories to share about what I learned and practiced this morning and yesterday and what I'm going to learn and practice tomorrow. So what are you going to share? Why do we need to be more social? Simply say, g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Yeah, what a wake-up call. So I've been learning and practicing all morning, and I forgot to share the most important thing we're doing today. So what are Pip and I doing today? We're heading down to Broadbeach for a memorial for the lives that have been lost. I'm not 100% sure. A friend of mine by the name of Danny, D-A-N-I, not me, it's a she, not a he, it's a she, a he, she, G, me, not me, D. Be more social. So it's at Broadbeach. I think it's Patton Park. Not sure where that is. I'll have to Google it after this, but I'm heading down about 12. I'm not sure if I'm going to drive or walk, but the risk is Pip's not on a lead. So I asked if we had permission as a man to go and as a dog to go because I think it's a woman's memorial. But hey, said, yeah, sure, cool. I didn't ask, do I have to have a lead? So I could be in a bit of trouble there because I've learnt if we don't have a lead, she can't practice what she does. But if we put her on a lead, she can't practice what she does because she shares with people how to smile. That's our embracing learning strategy. That if I'm talking to someone being more social and they're going through something themselves, Pip's off finding the next person that might need a smile. And more often than not, she does it just by being there. But if I finish up with that person and she's still with another person, that to me is a sense of maybe we need a little bit more help because they might not understand what Pip says because she speaks another language altogether. It's one of the love languages. It's called give people a smile. Yeah, it works. Just ask the people down at Surfers Paradise Promenade. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. All the homeless guys know. I talk to them every day. It's really cool. I sometimes question if they are homeless because they've got jobs. They've got all the new latest gear. They're doing okay. It's just they're sitting there between 6 and 8 or 9 whenever I leave. So they're not there when I get back during the day because they're probably going to a job. But this guy this morning, Robbo, he was saying, yeah, I got a job. Well, it's sort of lined up, but not yet. So I don't know if he was inferring about working with us because I wrote a business plan last night. So Duncan, another friend of mine, Dunkin' Donuts, we used to do business training together. So we're great at formulating business plans. And it's around social networking. Be more social, be more networked. So we're in the process of lining up the accommodation side of it. So a training room, bedrooms for the people that are going to participate, but they're going to have day jobs as well until we can get that charity status and actually formally pay them because of the tax perks. I could pay them, but then that's coming out of my money because I've got to pay for a web developer or someone to help me sell the shirts or do whatever. But slowly and steadily, people are coming in and contributing. And it's not contribution financially. However, that would be beneficial. But we're finding other ways through social networking or being more social. I know that's making sense. More people are showing up and I just don't have enough time to connect with all these people. It's like, okay, I'll organize a networking event. So Friday afternoons, 4 p.m., be at Cowboys Bar and Grill. They make awesome food, but for about an hour, we're going to sit there and have a chat, maybe a beer, maybe a soft drink. They don't do coffee, unfortunately, but maybe that's something they'll bring in. Or maybe if you own a coffee shop, you might bring some coffees for people. And then if you like a beer, I'll buy you a beer. How does that sound? But I think the beer is a bit more expensive than a cup of coffee. So maybe bring 4 or 5, because there might be 5 people there that want coffee. I don't know. There may be no one. No, I'll be there. Duncan will be there. We will have got there earlier because we're having business strategy meetings. So that starts around 12. Then we've got to go to another strategy meeting in Southport at 1. Not sure how long that'll take, but we need to come back by 4. So we've got that meeting. So whether we drive or walk is a different story. I don't know if Duncan's got a car. I think he does, but we live so close to each other in Surface, we don't really need a car. So I'm guessing maybe he doesn't. So we've got to walk because Pip's not allowed on the trams yet. She will be soon. I can alleviate that if I put her on a leash. But if I'm talking to Duncan on the tram or someone else and she senses someone needs a smile, she's going to miss them because she's got to either sit on my lap or sit on a lead, which is not good for me. It's not good for her, and it's probably even worse for that person. Because if you've ever been on the trams at a busy time, there's some pretty unhappy people that could really do with a smile. So people, if anyone knows how I can get one of these tickets, and it's around saving lives. Dog. I don't know what ticket that is because they call it a guide dog or an assistance dog or a therapy dog. But they don't do any of that because the dogs are on a lead. And every time I go to get one, they're like, well, you have to do this. And I'm like, we can't, because I'll be talking to someone and she's off trying to find someone who's unhappy. Does that make sense? And they say, no, Danny, you don't know what you're talking about. You need this ticket. I'm like, I know I need the ticket. What you don't know is I know what I need the ticket for, and it's to save lives. It's called in the mental health space. Do you need proof? Yeah, okay. All right. So I should get the anonymous people that have told me they're going to, oh, sorry, that might take this video down, themselves, because I'm not allowed to say certain words on here. It starts with S, it has a U, and then a D. No, an C. See, I've got to spell it, and English isn't my forefront. And I've just wasted a minute trying to explain something to you all around the prevention. And I remember I just said that word again, but it's in the video, so it's not live, so it might be okay. But I'll have to, I don't know. Destiny will tell me whether to delete it or not. I think stick it in there, but who knows. But that's why that rate is climbing, because we're not allowed to talk about it anymore. And Troy Waite reacted to my comment. I don't know what comment that is. I don't think I've commented on anything of his for a few weeks, but could have been yesterday. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, so where are we? So today's about winning others over. So going down to Broadbeach, hopefully. My intention is to go to Men's Shed. So if you haven't heard of Men's Shed in Australia, it's a sort of over 50s thing for men, where it's a shed. And they've got different sheds. There's no like McDonald's cookie cutter setup. It's just sheds. It might be a footy shed or an office space shed or a factory shed. And they've got old timber machinery and stuff like that. And I want to partner with them. And the meeting next Friday, so I don't have to go to the Men's Shed today. There we go. Just saved myself about 2 hours today. So the meeting next Friday is to the guy who runs the Men's Shed. And that's through the guy that I met when on my walks in the morning. Not homeless. He's married to Kerry. It's Leonardo, or O'Daniel backwards, just spelt differently. His name's Len. And he's thrown me a few curveballs. So he gave me this bloke's number, Noel, with no L, but it's got an L on the end. Go figure that one. But yeah, so that's it for me. Hope I've won you over on this Woo Day Saturday. And that's Be More Social. Simply say g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.